They're always very busy. They're always in a rush. Always do seem to have somewhere important to be. Smackheads, I'm referring to, of course. I've never seen people with such urgency. I mean, I was imagining what society would be like if, normal working folk had the level of urgency that smackheads have when they're charging around town. They've got to be somewhere. I mean, I guess the sort of magnetic pull of the smack is really, if there was some way of incentivizing constructive work, the creation of value, incentivizing that in the way that the smack incentivizes the taking of smack. I think, God, I can't even begin to imagine what kind of utopia we could be living in. We would have proper flying cars by now. Elon's big red rocket would be at least 10 times the size. Climate change would long since be a thing of the past. Greta could actually go to school, and get an education, bless her. I just can't even begin to imagine the myriad of wonderful things that the world would contain if everybody had the urgency of your garden variety smackhead on a Monday morning. So I think that's just something to think about. It's Monday and you should be out there looking to obtain the grain, looking to climb the dominance hierarchy, looking to really shit on people from a great height. No, hold on a second. Just at the very least, looking to get a small portion of your shit together. That's all I'm hoping for. Just to take a tiny look. Just imagine your shit. I mean this metaphorically, not literally. Is a pie chart or a pie, an actual pie. Imagine your shit, the one that you don't have together, is a Fray Bentos pie. A sort of, a life pie. And just a sliver, like not enough of the Fray Bentos pie to sort of sustain you on any sort of nutritional level. I don't know whether or not there is an amount of Fray Bentos pies that are enough to actually, nourish you. But let's just assume, a thin sliver, a thin sliver of the Fray Bentos pie of life. If you could get that sliver together, just get that shit together, just one sliver a week, for a whole year. God damn. I'm not saying that you would be on your way to, attacking the day in the way that, a smackhead marches towards the lovely, delicious, tasty smack. And don't think for a second that might not end up being you. You're only a couple of bad checks away from, cashing a couple of bad checks away from, having that. But yeah, but I don't know, just take influence from the get up and go of, the gentlemen and the gentlewomen of Brighton's London Road on a Monday morning as they charge down there, elbows out, just looking for that delicious, delicious smacky treat. God bless them, and God bless Robin Hood. It's coffee and memes. It's Monday morning. Fucking out here.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. It's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm and on YouTube. No longer on Twitch, no longer on Facebook, for better or for worse. Almost certainly for worse. But, I don't like making things easy for myself. Where's the goddamn fun in that? Bit of a slow news week, I'm going to be honest, which might mean that there's something bigger brewing. As if you remember the last time I called that, we were then gifted on the Tuesday with the A-grade fucking treat of Flume on stage at Burning Man, eating a whole ass. So, fingers crossed tomorrow, there could be some more gold like that on its way. God, we've only pray to Cockney Jesus. We could do a little Cockney Jesus prayer. Where's Dan? Danny's actually out of the room. I mean, I could just get him up on the screen, and we could do a little. We could have a little prayer to him. I think that would be nice. Images for Danny Dyer Jesus. Here he is. That's a great. I really would recommend that as a Google image search. To anyone out there just looking to have a good time, just search for Danny Dyer Jesus. Here he is. We can have a little. We're gonna have a little Cockney prayer. That'll be good. There he is. All right, you mugs. Put your fucking hands together, all right? Our Cockney Jesus, who are in Essex, who are in Bow, Danny be thy name, as kingdom come, that in Jesus' business got to get done, on earth as it is up the lockup. Give us this day the strength to tolerate all the slags and the mugs and the fucking size out there that are going to try and get right up in your mush and do your fucking nut in. Yeah? Give us the fucking strength, yeah? Not to fucking put a nut, yeah? Put a nut on some geezer and a boozer. Yeah? That's all I ask for you, Cockney Jesus. Give us the strength to tolerate the slags and the mugs and the fucking size. Okay, forever and ever. Amen. Right, that was beautiful. I feel like almost doing that every morning. I think there's some real value in that. Guys, look, what have we got in the goddamn news? Bean dip was spiked with methamphetamines. Wow. What sort of bean do you think it was made with? Pingers? An Oregon felon allegedly placed methamphetamine into bean dip that she served to co-workers at Thriftway Supermarket, according to the cops, who arrested the woman on multiple criminal counts. This is a bit fun. Where are we? Let's get her up on the screen. She looks like a Coffee and Memes Good Times gal, and no mistake. There she goes. Police charged that Cassandra Medina Hernandez, 38, provided the spiked bean dip to a woman who fell ill after consuming it. Upon being treated at the hospital, the victim learned the bean dip may have been contaminated with meth. That is a spicy bean dip. The 27-year-old victim told cops that Medina Hernandez, who was working in the store's deli department, provided her with the bean dip, a probable cause affidavit states. Fellow Thriftway employee told police that Medina Hernandez told her about placing drugs inside the victim's food. Second worker told investigators, "You fucking rats. You fucking rat bastards. What are you, Takeshi 6ix9ine?" Food worker told investigators that Cassandra had messaged her to claim that placing the methamphetamine in the food was an accident. I hate it when that happens. You're just trying to work at the Thriftway deli counter and you just trying to get a little bit of your meth out, just to get you through until your afternoon break. And then, your hands are all trembling because you haven't had any meth in a while. And then you just accidentally spill all your meth into a bean dip, into a lovely, delicious bean dip. And you're like, fuck. Oh, well, I guess I'll just stir it in and hope no one notices. Stirring up your methy bean dip. I want to know what bean, though. What we doing here? After opening a criminal probe earlier this month, investigators determined that at least one other employee had consumed bean dip from the same dish that was believed to have been contaminated. Deputies yesterday arrested Medina Hernandez on several charges, including unlawful delivery of methamphetamine and recklessly endangering another person. Investigators said they have no reason to believe customers were served the contaminated food at the supermarket in Jefferson, a city about 15 miles south of Salem. Pictured above, Medina Hernandez is being held in a Marion County jail in lieu of a $520,000 bond. She must be a bit of a flight risk. Jesus. Medina Hernandez's rap sheet includes conviction for assault, robbery, identity theft, delivery of methamphetamine, theft, possession of methamphetamine, and felon in possession of a restricted weapon. She's a bad bitch. Whew. When Medina Hernandez was arrested in 2015 on robbery and assault convictions, for which he received state prison time and 2 years probation term, a judge found her to be an alcoholic or drug-dependent person and ordered her placement in a treatment program. Wow. Okay. Well, why? But I want to know why. What's the motive? Does she just hate these people, or was she hiding the meth? Did she think it would be good? Was it a new recipe she was trying out? I want to know. Tell me about the... Are we ever going to find out? We deserve answers. We deserve answers. Christ. What else have we got? Woman, 43, arrested after using boyfriend's head as an ashtray. Police report. That sounds like fun. Mark Ronson apologises for coming out as sapiosexual. Don't apologise, Mark. You do you. You live your truth, Mark. You live your best life, Queen. Yes, Queen. Yes, Mark. Get out there and sling that sapio sex. Whatever that means. What's happened here? He says something's been taken out of context. Musician and producer Mark Ronson has apologised for saying he identifies as sapiosexual, although he says his words were taken out of context. What are you apologising for then, mate? Yep. No smoke without fire. Ronson appeared on Good Morning Britain last week, where the presenters were discussing French Minister Marine Schiappa being mocked for calling herself sapiosexual. The debate around the term, which means finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing. I don't understand it necessarily myself. Is it something like that you tag on to your normal sexuality? Like, would you be straight and sapiosexual, or gay and sapiosexual, or does it transcend gender? Is that the point? That it sort of transcends, it overrides. You know, it's a higher level class, like a parent class. I don't know. So, like, if you're sapiosexual, does that mean that it doesn't matter what they're packing in their pants as long as they got a fucking brain up there, baby boy? I don't know. Well, should we... the debate around the term, which means finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing, continued, and when asked about it, Ronson responded by saying he did see himself as someone attracted to intelligence. But you know, there are people out there like, no, I like really fucking dumb people. The dumber the better. Like, absolute blithering idiots is who I find attractive. Literally just baser morons. Just people who can barely string a sentence together. Really turned on by the illiterate, actually. They're what really get... I've always wanted an illiterate wife. That's the dream. But Twitter users were, as per, outraged. So Ronson felt he needed to apologise in an interview. What? It's already said... What? I don't know, have it in quotes, but if he just went, yeah, I can see myself as someone who's attracted to intelligent people. That's offensive, apparently. He said... I do not consider myself part of any marginalised community, and I apologise. What? Sapiosexual is now a marginalised community? Do me a favour. So Ronson felt he needed to apologise in an interview with Rolling Stone on Wednesday and clarify that he's not actually sapiosexual. Okay. I sort of, when I saw it, it was a little bit like Moby getting the Vegan for Life tattoo on his neck. Really like, oh, just when you thought Moby could not get any more insufferable. And I thought the same with old Mark Ronson. Bless him. Anyway, he said that Good Morning Britain asked him if he identified as sapiosexual, to which he replied, what is it? It's been like... That's one of those days, I think. Oh, God. Is that it like, I don't know, someone who's been living... I don't know. a remote tribe or something that doesn't have any sort of reference to Western culture, and they're like, "So you gay then? What does that mean? Means you like other gays?" Yeah, that. Like, what? You didn't even think? I don't know. Like, but yeah, he said. Ronson said that they explain it as, "Well, you're attracted to intelligence." He replied, "That sounds great. Of course, who wouldn't be?" Yeah, right. He continued. And they were like, basically like, "Oh, Mark Ronson identifies himself as sapiosexual. That's great." And then they proceeded to ask me about Miley Cyrus's dating life and something else I probably wasn't that informed to talk about either. And then that was that. I'm starting to like Mark Ronson now. He said that he refused. He said that he returned to his hotel room after the show to see the comments. The comment was beginning to make the headlines, as well as being picked up by Twitter users. He said, "Sounds like I went on a TV show to be like, guys, I have some big news." And the fact that I would like to go on and declare myself like as a heterosexual white male, be part of any marginalised community was terrifying to me, or just embarrassing. He had hoped that his comment would have been put into context by the show, but it wasn't. People don't really watch the thing, they just hear about something and make it all big. One of his friends, who is also an activist, apparently advised him to say something about it. He added, "If I said something that I knew was incendiary or offensive or racist or homophobic, of course I would correct it in a second. But this just feels so crazy to me." I think it's because you make people apologise for stuff they didn't even say. This is where we're at now, isn't it? Oh, God. This is sort of a little bit of the sort of Kathy Newman effect, isn't it? Where, like, you can sort of say one thing and then just assume, is it like, "So you eat meat?" "Yeah, I do." "Oh, okay, so what you're saying is that you want to kill all vegans." "Well, no, that's not it at all." Mark Ronson apologises for wanting to kill all vegans. "I never said it. I didn't say it." This is hilarious. Oh, good old 2019, always bringing the goods. What we've got in terms of show throwers. Christ, some bits, man. Few bits, I will say. New grey code called Flamingo Club. New Saxon, new E-Wall and Skylark, new L33, new Naze, new Xiaomi, new Kaiser. I mean, it's just nonsense words, isn't it? Might play that Posse bit again that sort of half triggered people, half made people go, "Oh, that's a bit of fun, isn't it?" What else have we got? New Rido, yeah, on Eat Brain, I believe. It's less raggy than you might expect. But let's have this. Which one was it? I can't even remember. Yeah, I think it's this Saxon and TI. In fact, it's called Sundown. I think it's a bit of fun. I guess. I hypothesize. Let me know in the chat whether or not you're sapiosexual or you're more attracted to people that are really fucking dense. Saxon and T.I. Naughty bit called Sundown. This is Saxon and T.I. It's called Sundown. The full lyrics are, baby, when the sun goes down, I am going to eat your whole ass. So I just thought you'd like to know that. But they, you know, for better or worse, they chop the end of that lyric off. Women! Oh no, I'm actually going to do this one next. Man takes LSD at Disneyland. Eventually turns up a mile away completely naked. Yeah, boy. Damn. Couple of them little hitters, huh? Disneyland Paris is a place full of fanciful characters, dazzling colours and a fairy tale landscape. But for one bloke, that clearly wasn't enough. He decided to take LSD at the children's theme park. I don't even bother trying to tell the man it's for grown-ups too. If you're going there without kids, you really need to take a long look in the mirror. Wow, powerful words there, coming from Lad Bible's Jake Massey. Anyway, the hallucinogenic drug didn't enhance the 32-year-old Swiss man's trip. Quite the opposite, in fact. The guy ended up falling into a body of water near the Adventureland area before disappearing on Friday evening, sparking a 130-person search comprised of 30 firefighters, 10 divers, 80 Disneyland employees, sniffer dogs, and a military and Mark Ronson slinging that Sapio schlang. No. What am I talking about? I've lost it. Military helicopter. I identify as a military helicopter. However, it wasn't any of this party who found the guy during the early hours of Saturday morning. It was a man driving home around 1.2 miles from the site. speaking to Le Parisien, the man, named only as Benoit, said, I was driving home on Saturday around 1 a.m. in that lake when I came face to face with a naked geezer like. He were walking in the middle of the road in that lake. He did not have a centimetre of cloth on him. And he walked barefoot like. I stopped, got out of the car and went to meet him and that. I was like, what you doing, lad? You fucking raggy clown. What you doing? I wanted to know what a naked man was doing 300 metres from my home. This is coming to get you. It's going to sneak in and eat your ass. I stopped. He had scratches on his arms and legs. He did not remember anything. Benoit said the man told him he'd taken LSD and needed to contact his girlfriend, who was at the theme park. She would have been worried, though he couldn't remember her mobile number. Dang. I couldn't even tell you what comes after 07 in my girlfriend's number. I mean, no one dials numbers anymore. Like, you wouldn't remember any numbers. Benoit subsequently retrieved the man some clothes from his house before dropping him back at Disneyland. Cute. The man and his girlfriend were then arrested for drug use, and both received a rappel à la loi, which basically means a relatively lenient telling off. Before being released on Saturday afternoon. What does that actually translate as? Rebel. Come on. Translate it, you fuck. Auf English. Reminder to the law. Okay, right. Just, you are aware there are laws. Yeah. Okay, fuck off. I think that's how it works. So beyond causing a few scratches, a bit of humiliation, and wasting a vast amount of police resources, it seems little damage was caused by the man's wayward trip to Disneyland. Seems like an excessive search party, though, do you not think? For just, like, 30 firefighters. Why has he written 30 as the word rather than the digits, but use digits for everything else? Oi, Massey. What's the deal? Buddy, champ. What's going on, man? You having a bad day? Is everything alright at home? Oh well, so there you go. While the tale itself isn't very Disney-like, the happy ending certainly is. No, it's happy ending. Certainly. Furthermore, a Disneyland source told Le Parisien visitors did not even notice that there was a problem. Even when a military helicopter was flying around, 80 Disneyland employees, sniffer dogs, divers. Jesus, that's basically the entirety of the North of England's police force there. Outrageous. Well, God bless him. You know, he's going to be dining out on that one for a little while. Former high-class escort reveals which professions are best in bed. Okay, right. Here she is. Her name is Amanda Goff. She's keen on leopard print by the looks of things. She looks like a bit of fun. What's that, chinchilla? No, it's a pug. Oh, well, you know, whatever. Anyway, for most of us, it would probably be quite difficult to pass judgments on what a person's profession says about their performance in bed. But Amanda Goff is better placed to say than most, having worked as a high-class escort in Australia for 6 years. The 44-year-old, who went by the name Samantha X, and retired from the industry in December 2017, believe that a person's profession is more important than their looks when determining how they will perform in the bedroom. The single mum, who is now an author and columnist, spilt the beans writing for news.com.au. Of course, we don't really know the sample size her judgments are based on. Furthermore, she is clear that her observations are tongue firmly in cheek. But let's just dive in and see what she has to say in the hope of enjoying an unfounded self-esteem boost. Right. First off, it's good news for lawyers. Not only are you probably rich, but also raunchy in the sack. When God created psychopaths, he made them lawyers, Ms. Goff said. Right, okay. If you want a debaucherous night of sex, the lawyer is your man. Doesn't matter if they're commercial, property, divorce, or criminal. Their penchant for kinky sex never fails to shock. They also tell very entertaining stories and wear good suits. Doctors are also a dab hand in the art of bonkery, according to Ms. Goff. She said, a bit like lawyers, great suits, great stories, but also guilty of the God complex, understandable as they do save lives. Tend to fall in love with you and cannot believe you don't want to see them outside of this. Despite them having a wife and 4 young kids, they have great stories and are good at foreplay, which you would hope so, as they know human bodies inside out. If you like a funny, cute and fast shag, which I'm guessing you probably don't, then you could try a night with a copper. Right, okay, so the fuzz, known for being quick. That's, okay, fine. Cute and funny. They're about funny sex. Hilarious. Get more comedy into the bedroom? Is that what the world needs? Is that when, alright, when sex lives get stagnant and people get couples therapy, whatever it is they do, would it be fun to recommend, like, trying to get a bit more comedy into the bedroom? Like, maybe dress up as a clown. Maybe you could fashion something, whereas when you jizzed, instead of jizz coming out, it was like glitter, tinsel, something like that. You could be walking in with like a big comedy erection, swinging it round, like your missus is ducking underneath it. Where are you? Ooh. Yeah, it'd be great. I think, yeah, maybe your bed, like halfway through, like all the legs fall off and steam comes out the side. Get some clown music on in the background. Could work. Better than, I don't know, pegging. Mrs. Goff said, I love cops. They're tough, funny, and down to earth. They make their own lunches and are good to their mums. Right, okay. They promise you they will wear their uniform one day, but they never do as they're too scared of getting caught. Right. Every time I've been in a car with an off-duty cop, they drive like maniacs and break every law known to man. The sex is a bit like them, funny, cute, and fast. They're always tired. IT workers, meanwhile, are supposed to be lovers of foreplay. Has she been keeping notes on this? I think she might just be making it up as she goes along. Though this can be ruined somewhat if they don't brush their teeth. Meanwhile, tradies, such as electricians, joiners, and builders, are the opposite of what you might expect. And said, Ms. Goff describing them as pussycats in the bedroom who tend to like MILFs. Lovely stuff. The same goes for criminals. What do you do for a living, sir? I'm a criminal. Okay. Miss Goff claiming the harder the crim, the softer they are. Though some might argue with Mrs. Goff's definition of criminal as a profession. Right. Celebrities cop the worst review from Sammy X. Though, but once again, you could argue that being a celebrity isn't really a job. Or at least it never used to be. She said, fame is not something to be envied. I've never met a bunch more depressed, egocentric, yet insecure. They will typically try to negotiate fees despite being paid millions. And it's true what they say, the sex is never like it is in the movies. So there you go. So-called professional celebrities. Who's the real winner now? Your rutting is pitiful without CGI enhancements and cinematic framing. Well, thanks, Samantha. Very, very kind of you to let us know from your years of extensive research. Although I would prefer, obviously, the gold standard of clinical trials to really get the proper data. You're going to want double-blind placebo trials. Not quite sure how a placebo would work in this situation. Be fun to try and work it out, though. I think that'd be a nice afternoon project if you've got nothing else on. Bored of watching Dogs with Jobs on the TV. Obviously Genoa Kyle isn't on anymore. So maybe just want to have a little think about how you would construct the ideal double-blind placebo-based trial in order for high-class brasses to work out which professions are best in bed. Worth thinking about, isn't it? Right, guys, look, what have we got here? Let's have this new Rido bit. Nice bit of little bit rascal. Big up Matty Morrison in the chat, listening from SoCal, USA. You're a good lad, Bildo. Sure. Yeah, that's Remember by Rido. What's it on? Not on Eat Brain, is it? Is it? No, it's on Rido Music. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Right, look, listen, guys. People aren't happy, okay? People are not happy. They're not happy. People aren't happy. Lot of lies. People aren't happy. Very sad. Losers. People aren't happy about Toby Carvery's nacho-filled Yorkshire pudding. Why? This is bullshit news, isn't it? This really is scraping the barrel. This will be one person has tweeted, "Don't like it," and somehow Amelia Ward of the Lad Bible has strung it out into a, 300-word, quote-unquote article. Right, we've only gone and made the Yorkshire pudding even better. It actually looks shit. That doesn't even have any cheese on it. What's wrong with you people? Absolute savages. All right, I'm not happy. Okay, they're right. She's right. Amelia Ward, you've done great work here. Get her a Pulitzer Prize. There are times when you shouldn't do something just because you can. For example, Labradoodles. What? Labradoodles are all right, aren't they? Pizza with pineapple. All right, you're off on a wrong one, Amelia Ward. And the Yorkshire puddings that have nachos, pulled pork and salsa in it. Yeah, but why no cheese? But the Toby Carvery crew has decided to get creative and in the process have caused a huge divide among their fans. The new dish, nachos in a Yorkie, involves nachos topped with cheese sauce. Where? Also, pulled pork, smashed avocado, that's called guacamole, tomato salsa, and green chilies, all served in a giant Yorkshire pudding. Make of that what you will. The Carvery chain announced via Facebook that it's now selling the meal. It bravely captioned it, "We've only got to make the Yorkshire pudding even better." Now, you've made it different, probably worse. Well, it seems like a bold statement. It's debatable because followers of the page don't seem so sure on the fact. I'm not sure whether or not to go any further with this, just because of sort of you have one of those moments of being self-aware of what you're doing with your life. You know, like I'm just here trying to have a laugh in the mornings. You know, keeps me out of trouble, gives me a routine. You know, some sort of semblance of structure to my life, which was lacking before. And now I realise that basically, effectively, about to start reading out comments of a Toby Carvery Facebook post. Just because it's being reported in Lad Bible. And yeah. Don't know how that's good. Is that a meaningful use of time? Is that what I should be doing? You know, there are a lot of problems in the world. You know, a lot of stuff going on. You know, I could be trying to help with those problems. Instead, I'm sat here about to start reading out comments from the Toby Carvery Facebook page because they've put nachos in a Yorkshire pudding. It's a not dissimilar sort of level of self-awareness that I gained when I realised that I was trying to sign up for an account with the Daily Mirror in order to slag off a lost whale in the comments section. Although that was funnier than this. This is just sad. This is just real sad. And again, I'm just sort of met with the image of my mother, her book group, just being forced to tell her friends, fellow parents, what I've been up to. What's Will doing these days then? He's doing a radio show, is he? Oh, that's nice. What's he been talking about recently? Oh, Will, yeah, well, he's just reading out comments from the Toby Carvery Facebook page that have been reported on Lad Bible. Oh, well, why's that then? Well, it's because they've released a Yorkshire pudding with nachos in it. Oh, and he's reading that out, is he? That's what he does in the mornings. Yeah. Is he going to do anything with his life? No, we've given up now. He's 35. I think he's done everything he's able to do. I think he's spent. Oh, is he sapiosexual? No, he likes them dumb. He likes them real stupid. He won't date anyone with an IQ over 85. He's fucking weird, man. He's really let it go recently. He's really let it go. Sorry to have darkened your door with that, guys. I don't know whether or not this is going to be... Is there anything of value in here? You'll soon be able to have sex while speeding along in a driverless car. BMW hints. Woman falls in love with DJ who played at her wedding. Brit knocks back sourdough cocktail containing his own mummified toe. 2/3 of Brits have never been tested for an STD. Couple mistakenly given almost 100,000 by bank and they spent it in a couple of weeks. Zookeeper known for kissing bears has had leg amputated after being savage. I mean, fucking hell. Guys, it's a bit early in the week, isn't it, for this sort of level of just, but not even necessarily a specific triggering, just a sort of overall triggering of what my life's become. Oh dear, I think I probably need to tidy my room, you know, bucko. A zookeeper is known for kissing bears. Why? Is that a new sexuality? Is Mark Ronson into it? What's the deal? Zookeeper, who's known for kissing bears, has had her leg amputated after being savaged by one of the animals. Vera Blish was attacked while training a new employee at the municipal zoo in the east of Russia this Wednesday morning. Vera was stood near a cage when a bear reportedly reached through the bars and clawed her before sinking its teeth into her leg. She was reportedly rushed to hospital, where she had to have a leg amputated from the knee down, according to the Siberian Times. Speaking shortly after the savaging, Chief Doctor of Emergency Ambulance, Alexander Fedyakin, said, "The attack happened at 9:30 in the morning. A zookeeper was instructing a new member of staff and went too close to the cage. A bear struck with its paw, causing an open fracture and a scalping injury. Vera has spent many years working with bears and is known for her activism, notably wading through water to save caged bears following severe flooding in 2015. Well, that's rough, isn't it? Don't know about the kissing bit. Think that's probably asking for trouble, isn't it? Yeah, she's got a nice fur coat on there. I wonder if that's one of her former bears. You know, waste not, want not, and everything. In an interview in the very same year, she was recorded kissing bears, something which she admitted was very dangerous. She said, "It is very dangerous to do this. The bear is the most dangerous predator on Earth." Yeah. Bears are trained almost nowhere except for Russia. It's kind of what Russia training school is famous for. Yeah. Even by just kissing the bear now, I might lose my head in a split second. Well, you're lucky it was only your leg, really. Bless her, I guess. Look, let's have another record before I just die. Where are we? What have we got? Let's have this grey coat bit. It's really nice. I'm a big fan. It's on Meth Lab. It's called Flamingo Club. Right, I'm not reading any more Toby Carvery stories unless it involves violence. Yeah, you're not kidding about Mitten's crimes against Sunday Roast. He's posted a picture of the roast with no gravy on it. Have a word, Mitten. lovely. This is Grey Code and Submarine. It's called Flamingo Club. This is great. It's on Meth Lab, Grey Code, Submarine, Flamingo Club. Some lovely bits today. All quite, nothing too hard. You know, nothing too hard for a Monday. It's fine. Just fucking ease yourself into the work week. Just like imagine that it's a sort of half-baked erection that you're just trying to thumb in. You know, you're just trying to thumb it into a young lady's vagine, and hoping that it will regain some sort of structural integrity once within. You know, just imagine you're just easing yourself in, you know, just thumbing yourself into the week. Just give it a go, man. You know, just try it out. Woman, 43, arrested after using boyfriend's head as an ashtray, police report. Right, wow. Meet Heather Mayu. She is, giving it the duck pout. 43-year-old was arrested last night for domestic battery after allegedly stubbing out cigarettes on her boyfriend's forehead during an argument in their Florida residence. Oh, I had assumed that she'd actually severed the head and was literally just had it next to the TV, just tapping. Oh, when's The Bachelor on? No, okay, he was still alive. Cops allege that Mayu got into a verbal altercation with the 46-year-old victim upon his return home from work. After pushing the man several times, Mayu took her lit cigarette and extinguished it on the victim's forehead. That sucks. After being read her rights, Mayu reportedly copped to using her boo as an ashtray. Mayu admitted to being frustrated, and she said she may have put out cigs on his forehead. The victim, cops say, sustained minor injuries and declined medical treatment. Mayu was booked into the county jail on a misdemeanor domestic battery charge. The judge has ordered her to have no contact with the victim. Mayu's rap sheet includes a pair of felony theft convictions and a misdemeanor theft conviction. Following a grand theft collar earlier this year for swiping clothing and costume jewellery from a Beals department store, Mayu told cops that she copes with stress by stealing. Okay, all right, yep, that's nice, yeah. So what do you do to unwind? Crimes. I do crimes. Right, when I get stressed out, the best way to, get rid of the stress. Hey, don't shame me. Don't shame me. I get stress and anxiety, and if I don't steal, if I don't go and rob department stores, then I get very triggered. So, don't, or I'll have to nick your wallet, just to cope with it. I'm the real victim here. I know I robbed all that gear and that, but yeah, it's just only because I was stressed. Yeah, shouldn't you be worried about why I'm stressed rather than the thousands of dollars worth of goods I've been stealing? Yeah, why don't you think about someone else for a change? Unbelievable, guys. Look, it's the end of the show. Sorry about falling to pieces in the middle. I'm sure you understand. It's not an ideal situation for anyone, is it? But we make the best of it. We make the best of it. Guys, thank you to everyone that is supporting on the Le Patreon. It's the last day of the month, so don't sign up today if you're going to sign up, because then you get charged today and tomorrow. But sign up tomorrow, as we'd love to have some new followers on board so that I can pay someone to come in and produce some of the show for me. What I do want is potentially someone in Brighton who can source guests, good guests. And when I say good, I mean insane. I want insane people on the show because I think it would be entertaining. I want more whack jobs, nutbags, kooks, and creeps. So basically Moby. No, I want some characters, some vagrants. No, not vagrants. Some feckless wastrels, tinkers, rogues, vagabonds. You know the type. Yeah, whack jobs. Fruitcakes. Yeah, Looney Tunes. You know the type. Fucking cretins. No, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, look, if that person might be you, Brighton-based, and also you can, I don't know, greet people as they come in, organise them, stuff like that. If I'm going to get some bloody Fruit Loops on to come and argue with me about something, I don't want to have to pretend to be nice to them before and after, you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, look, thank you to everyone who is supporting on Patreon. You're wonderful people. There'll be some new merch at the very end of the week. Some very tasty Shoe Throwers Anonymous t-shirts are coming. So, do whatever you've got to do to scrape a bit of cash together. Rob a department store, burgle your mum's jewellery. Just do what you got to do, okay? I'm half joking. Thank you to everyone on the VIP list: Greg Cornford, Oliver Hoop, Todd Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matty Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard. Jack Murphy hasn't been on the list in fucking ages. Don't know why he's come out. Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lillian Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Saul, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Bastard, Austin Grief Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, James Parry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squivington, Lynn Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, Guy With No STDs, Ames MC, Just Rins, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Darth Progressive Sidron, Sachi Superior Drum and Bass, Kris Breaks, The Build, Karissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, Jandal Genby, Flatsis, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan. Not That Tom Robinson, Dab Smasher, Connor Smiley, Kimmy Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Cosmic Waff, Meatloaf, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Hugh Downer, Sarah Hunt, The Hitchmuffs, L-Tech Relay, Ben Virgo, Dan Tweed, Lupes, Alice Big Waj, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon and Liz, Carl Williams, Tom Skipper, unfortunately it's George DC, Anthony Sharp, Claudia Lushmere, Benny Stone, Marche, Timid, John Forsyth, Anderson, PSN Godlight, MC Yamadali, your mum, Leonardo Gervais, and Big 8. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. More coffee, more memes. Parallax is on tomorrow. Parallax also, because he's a spicy boy, likes to play 8 till 10 on a Monday night as well, and God bless him for it. So you can listen to that as well if you so wish. Guys, look, I love you. Okay, thanks for passing through. Thanks for being around. $10 for shipping. Real Akeem, you live in Germany. It's expensive. I mean, it was actually. I just sent you some stuff, and the shipping was over £10. Don't know what you want me to say. Guys, look, I love you. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Bye bye.